Okay, so here we are, still turn 1, or turn 8, I guess, technically. This whole side had 2 red markers and 3 yellow, like shaken and stuff. They all rallied. That's pretty cool. This side, on the other hand, this tank I had a red unconfirmed kill, so I deployed them, which I think is legal, and I rolled on the one, and he didn't make it. So now one of these guys doesn't have that on him. That's a German over there, no one else to rally, and the Germans are up, and I'm probably gonna fire, but I have to see what I'm gonna do, right? Okay, well, so much for that rally. The Germans had a artillery barrage, and they just laid all that on there. So immobilized. That's pretty bad because if I roll less than an 18, he on 2d10, he's well, actually 2d12 because the command marker's on it, but I might need to move that. And then broken, pinned, suppression, shaken, suppression, and then this guy where the sighting round was fine. He rolled it was like a 5. So that was pretty good. Good roll. Now it's the Soviet initiative again. Fighting formations, so scenario 11 out of the Kharkov box. Starts turn 8. So this is end of turn 8. You can see the Russians started here. They've got this far. Need to probably regroup here, do a little rallying, maybe move this guy over. We cleared out the left flank here. We've had some artillery that lightened up the resistance here. Got some tanks moving in on turn 10. So really, the Russians really need to move and grab as many of these control hexes as possible. They have 1 right now. They're abandoning it. So I'm really thinking maybe move might be the thing. Like get these guys up, get people kind of in command with the Soviets here, just shooting this hex like crazy. It's funny what's not taken, what's taken here. So I need to figure out what melee is like for tanks and all that. What it really take. I think you can just move into a hex, but then you have the melee, so it's another order, I think. So anyway, looking. I wouldn't say it's looking good for the Soviets because they got a lot to do here in a turn before those reinforcements come in and make it a bear. Tanks are hard to kill. Tell you what, but it's really fun. But it's taken me a long time to play this turn, and this is the thing with the game I think that kind of got me itchy. But now I know it, I'm prepared for it, and now I'm just having fun playing it. It is fun. But there's a lot going on because you can do stuff with the tanks many times. So you can't really think of a turn as a turn. It's really, maybe you could kind of look at it 5 turns each because, you got 10 cubes, but so the Germans right now are starting on the 6th spot. The lowest one we have is 3, so I can do the German will be able to at least do 2 turns. So that'll be 2. That'll put them 1 over here. So then the Soviets get. So it depends on how much you use, but basically 5 and 5, right? So basically the Soviets get 5 turns and the Germans get 5 turns, essentially. So really a 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I don't know. I just lost count of what that would be. Is that 6 turns? Times 5, it's like 30 turns. That's a lot of game. So something to think about. But this is Kharkov scenario 11, and having fun doing it. The Germans are quite weak on the anti-tank side, but they got some good stuff. I thought this guy was gonna shoot tanks. No, he's gonna be shooting. Kind of focus my efforts with. I need to smoke. I want to smoke. That's kind of what I was wanting to do. And I think I made a mistake placing an artillery barrage because I don't think this guy could have seen him. I think he was over here, away from the edge here. So that might have been a mistake on my part. Anyway, I've done artillery. I did a rocket barrage. Those are all fun. And having fun time. It's really, really pretty an easy game. The number of pages of rules is pretty thin. Like moving is 1 page maybe. Firing's maybe a page. So everything's pretty page and a half for some things, but anywho, that's that. We'll come to you after another turn. See ya. One, apologize for all the movement. The camera, we'll work on that. Two, I was talking about the length of play. When I solo, and I'm soloing this, when I solo ASL, starter kit specifically, because that's what I got most of. Those games take a while too. So it's just something to really consider. And that's something that's kind of, I thought about on that game, like, man, it takes me a long time to play when it'd be more fun to play. I played games that go shorter, right, that I can play quicker, but I don't have quite the fun experience playing it. So I'm like, well, just know it's going to take me a while. So that's cool. I mean, there are certainly squad games, platoon games where I can play faster. And this is really a mix between platoon and squad. So, all right, that's all my commentary on that. I'm sure I'll talk about it more later. See ya.